All right, guys, in this video, we're going to be simplifying square root terms with variables under the radicand. So actually, these are easier. So we see we have this one says 4 times the square root of 8 times x squared times y cubed times z, or 4 times the square root of 8x squared y to the third z. Okay, so just like we did with numbers, we want to find pairs of factors to factor out of here for the square roots. Well, basically all we're going to do is break this down into its individual things. So let's go ahead and get started with this. So we'll factor out the variables first, and then we'll come back and deal with the 8. Okay, so we're going to rewrite this. So I'll show you, and then we're going to kind of do this the long way, but then I want you to kind of see the concept of how we get these variables out. You don't have to rewrite it this way. Okay, just show me that you're going to factor out what you factor out. But I'm going to show you what's happening here. So 8 times x. Well, x squared is just x times x. Y cubed is y times y times y. Let's go ahead and extend this out a little further. And then times z. I love how I drew this line out here and then only needed it to there. Okay, so just like we did before, we're looking for pairs to pull out of here. So we've got, let's use a different color to circle these. We've got a pair of x's. We got a pair of y's. Now we have a single y that's extra and a single z. So those aren't going to come out. So you can see that for every x2, we're going to take one x out and get rid of the other one. Y cubed, we're going to take one x out, get rid of the second one. Well, there's a third one that's left over, so that stays in there. Okay, and then the z is also singular. So let's go ahead and pull these out. Okay, the x comes out, the y comes out. So we've got 4xy times the square root of 8y z. Well, we still have to deal with the square root of 8. So let's make a factor tree for that. Okay, so we know that that's just going to be 2 and 4. 2 is prime, 4 is not. 2 and 2. Okay, so this is one of those ones where the square root of 8, after a little while, I want you to just remember that the square root of 8 is just 2 times the square root of 2. Okay, so we're going to be able to pull out one of these 2's, get rid of the other one, and the other one's going to stay in there. So we're going to pull out one of these 2's. Okay, so we'll pull this one out. So we've got 4 times 2 times x times y times the square root of, we're going to have 1, 2 left inside. We're going to get rid of that one. That's the only one that's going to be left. Times 2, and then we still have the y and the z that aren't going anywhere. Okay, so the last step here is we're going to simplify. So we got 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, x, y times the square root of 2 y, z. Okay, so again, x squared, pull one out, get rid of the other one. Y cubed, we have 3 y's, pull one out, get rid of the other one. We still have one left over that stays inside. So you can kind of see that even powers, we can just divide that in half, and that's how many we'll take out. If that was x to the 4th, we could take an x squared out of there. If this was y to the 7th, we could take out 3 y's, and there would be one left over, okay? So that's how we're going to do square roots with variables.